Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lana and today we're gonna discuss a lot of hot things including recent news, many cool things, and I hope you like it. So number one cool thing is my haircut. Just kidding. You know, I tend to just cut my hair and then I visit the hairdresser and I let him do whatever he thinks it's fine. And it's just me and I'm doing it my way. Let me know if you do the same to your hair, because I haven't been to a hairdresser about 2.5 years, maybe 2 years. I mean for haircut, but I just don't like it. I just don't feel like they're gonna cut an appropriate amount, and I never liked it. How they just start cutting and cutting and cutting more than you feel like you want to cut. And I just remember all that enormous amount of my time, enormous amount of my energy that I invested to grow the hair, and all of a sudden I gotta cut it and somebody just cut it more than it needs to. So this is why I did it by my own, but yeah, I know it looks bad. So, and today instead of coffee I decided to, have an applesauce, since I don't have any advertisement for any commercial for coffee and it was one of my plans, but it's gonna be on the way. There are so many things to discuss, like recent Halloween in Korea, where people were just killed. So many people, 160 people died. And I'm just wondering, how come, guys, you can trust these mass celebrations, these mass gatherings in 21st century? I remember there was a concert of Ariana Grande, and at that time I was in jail, but their people were killed. I felt just deeply sorry for all these people who were killed due to the concert, but I would never go to any public place, to any crowded public place. You know, I used to be a huge concert lover, and I was in many concerts in Barclays, here in Madison Square Garden. I went to many concerts in Moscow, back in Russia, and I enjoyed this time, yes. And of course I was having this lots of fun on Halloween, but again, it just was for a few moments, not even minutes, because all streets were so crowded and I just don't like crowd. And I don't like when people, smoke and drink and behave worse than they, in a disappropriate manner. So it is what it is. But let me come back to the news. Kevin Spacey is going to face another trial in Great Britain with the allegations of his sexual misconduct with kids and teenagers. I cannot, I'm sorry, I cannot speak any further. Give me a minute. Oh my gosh, this joke, this actor, this person, Kevin Spacey, he's again accused in this sexual harassment with those innocent kids who are now in their 30s and 40s. And Anthony Rapp, by the way, he lost his trial. He lost it. And it was sad for me. It was sad for me for many reasons. First of all, because he wasn't given a fair chance. Second, because everybody just thought that he's there for money, because his lawyer asked for a lot of money, and people were commenting, it's, you're just there for money. And I think Anthony Rapp had to sue for just a few $100 just to prove that he's right. And of course, this, this lawsuit was a big deal for him. And I just feel so sorry for Anthony. And of course, this disgusting pig, Kevin Spacey, is going to be in a trial in Great Britain. Yeah. And for me, this is not funny, because some of the judges are corrupt. For instance, today, I had to have a trial with my former management company and with my former landlord. And because of conflict of interests with the judge who was today and the defendant, My trial was rescheduled for January, and I asked if, if it's gonna happen again in January and if it's again gonna be conflict of interest and I'm gonna lose a half of my day due to this conflict. And you know what? The other side, the defendant, did not even appear at court. And imagine, I was there for 3 hours in front of her sitting and she couldn't tell me that she's not gonna see me today. And the other side did not even come today. So you know what? They notified them that she's gonna be here today and she's not gonna see the case. But they forgot to notify me. And they forgot to notify me when I was in the room for 3 hours in front of her. How come this is not corruption? How come this is fair justice? No, there is no fair justice when things are corrupt, people are corrupt. You think Kevin Spacey gonna face any sort of fairness? No. Imagine all his victims all of a sudden die, all of a sudden lose. All of a sudden something is going on with them. Even with the case with Amber Heard, she won in Great Britain. Apparently she couldn't show other proofs of abuse in this court, and she was, harassed by the media, harassed by Johnny Depp's fans. And she just became a mother, just like me. When a woman becomes a mother, what does she think about? She thinks about a child. She doesn't think about former abuse, how many times did he slap your face, how many times. She thinks about the child. It's common sense. And you sit and ask her for days, and in normality, if in case of small child, woman will sit and think about the child, not about how many times this old jerk Johnny Depp abused Amber Heard. And Amber Heard is, of course, right now wants money. No. All of these people behind Johnny Depp, he claims he doesn't sue for any money. Yeah, he has profit from his previous movies. He has profit from his advertisements. His family is going to have profit from his characters, from his movies, from everything. His PR managements, his managers, everybody around Johnny Depp have profit besides Amber Heard. And he was sitting there and like, oh, I don't need money from her. I just need justice. I want justice to be served. Oh, really? Oh, really? We all see how justice was served with Britney Spears' case. How she was 13 years in slavery to her parents. This is just crazy. She was a slave to her parents and she made a fortune for them. And she wasn't even able to take a day off. And she was threatened that they're not gonna let her see her kids. And this is just terrible. But coming back to Kevin Spacey, I understand that these kids suffered some harm. I don't know how much harm they suffered. Maybe they suffered a lot. Maybe they did not suffer that much. But I do believe they suffered some sort of harm. Second, where were parents? These guys, they were just 13, 14, 15, and events happen at night. Where were your parents? I don't understand that. How come, even if it's a boy, you want to not protect him at this age? You want to let him go? You want to just let it go and grow up? No, it's not gonna happen with my son. No, it's not gonna happen this way. I'm gonna be the super protective mom, and don't blame me, please. Don't blame me, please. Okay, let's go to another news. And in regards to rich and powerful, I think a hot topic is money and how much money people need in life. For instance, I think there should be a law guarding people from owning too much. I think if a person still wants to make money, the law must prohibit him from owning things and just to share the things with others. If he is able to make money and to make more money, then he must build schools, then he must build buildings for free housing and so on. So if somebody has an ability to make lots of money, then he must do good things for others. Not just like these charities that exist in the US just to cover tax returns, no. And of course, when a person is too much powerful and too rich, they become crazy. Look at least what happened to Vladimir Putin. I did not think so much about Vladimir Putin in my life until the war. Maybe I thought about Vladimir Putin once a year, when during New Year Eve he holds this glass with champagne and he celebrates New Year with Russians and say, all right, it was a great year. By the way, I'm wondering what kind of speech Vladimir Putin is going to say this New Year's Eve. I'm wondering if it's gonna be a great speech, but it could not be a great speech this year. You know, my cousin, he went to war and he didn't know that he's going to war. They claim that he's just going there to some local village to study. And right now he is in the border of Ukraine and Russia, and they had to gather warm clothes for him. But when he arrived to the border, the bus left and the bus didn't give anybody any warm clothes to none of the people who were in that bus. They don't know how to use guns. They don't have guns. They don't have warm clothes and they don't have any hospitals around them. And it's believed by many others that Russia sells war equipment to Ukraine through third countries by Russian oligarchs. Yeah. None of the politicians think about people. None of the politicians think about how to make your life better. This is just a fairy tale. It's just disgusting how they behave. My brother was sent to war and he wasn't even notified that he's going there. He was so fortunate and he called us and he said that it is actually happening to him because they didn't even allow him to call and they took their phones away. And so at least he is alive, but he, by medical reasons, can stay in Russia and not proceed with war. He has low vision. I think he has a disability with vision or whatever, like his eyeglasses like this thick. So his vision is so bad, he doesn't see much. And they did not even check him before they sent him to war. And my brother, my cousin, okay, it's brother in Russia and it's cousin in here, so. And also he has a disabled child. Imagine, his child, 12 years old, disabled, his disability confirmed, at least his child's disability confirmed. But the authorities still sent my brother to war. Can you imagine? I cannot imagine. So, just coming back to my initial topic, Kevin Spacey is going to win Great Britain's court, and yes, he will not be claimed as he abused others. No, no, no. Yeah, I think it's not gonna happen. Please let me know what you think, guys. Comment and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be very happy and hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.